And as the title says, it's Mastermind Alliance, Perfect Harmony. And I'm gonna really try to make this video as short as possible because I can just start rambling. And yeah, because I do have a lot to say, and I just want to do it for the people that listen. So,
first to start off, thank you for those who have continued to watch our videos. We're still in the beginning in figuring out what videos to release in what order.
Yes.
In film.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And we're gonna dive in heavy 2021. This is just our goal to put out videos to help you and people in relationships, fitness, nutrition, fashion. I mean everything. You know, life. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna talk about right now is throughout. You know, I turned 30 this month, and there's a lot of people in my life that in the last decade aren't in it, and I have to. Basically, I've been lied to, seen deceit, and I'm gonna go into some stories, and I'm not gonna say names or anything, it really doesn't matter, but I've learned lessons, okay? So, there's two people that I really thought that they were, you know, my ace, you know. I thought there would be the man standing next to when I got married, they would be standing next to me. So basically, I was in a relationship, and these two men basically helped me cheat on this girl. And you know, her and I were toxic. And if you watched the previous videos, you've seen that. You know, I admit to the mistakes I made and the inner darkness, and I faced it. So there are some things that I specifically said to a certain amount of a group of people, and the person I was seeing them found out about it. You know, I put my trust into people, and I'm very loyal. And once I found out, I was like, who was it? I didn't know who I could trust, and that messed me up because I thought that those were the people that I was that close to. So later on, you know, throughout that relationship, me and him stopped talking, and one night I looked at the person I was dating's phone, and he texted her like 11 at night on a Friday night, hey, you staying out of trouble? I was like, what the is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, what's been going on this whole time? And he was the one that told her initially what a secret that, you know, was something to me that I didn't want no one to know. So it was deceit there, lying, and me and this man used to live together. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about it, he helped me do wrong, and then he was messaging her behind my back, and that just goes to show you the type how men are. Mm-hmm. I've had people, I think they're my friends, even where I don't talk to them, and they're messaging the girl that I used to see, hey, you want to go work out? But they don't check up on how I'm doing, and it reveals who their true colors, their real mask, their face, who they are. So this last year, you know, when the breakthrough that I had, I basically can look back at my life and see the lessons learned from the people I thought I could trust. I had to remove myself from certain people, even family, the toxicity of, you know, the drinking, not being able to trust them, not being able to even converse with them about problems, because I literally went up to a friend and I was going through, you know, this baddest time, and if he watches it, he's probably gonna laugh, but I was like, bro, I'm really in a bad place. I can't stop thinking about her, you know. So I was like, please give me some advice, and he's like, like I was coming to him for some help. He's like,
oh crap, I have to give advice. He wants my help.
Like he's listening, but and we talked about it. We've joked about it because he's came a long way too, and I feel like I help people elevate. You know, I'm gonna get to the
He plants the seed in people.
Yeah. So I stopped hanging out with men that chase women, cheat on their women, drink for the, you know, they don't have they're not celebrating nothing. They don't have goals. They're drifters. If you listen to my Outwitting the Devil, they're lost, And that's sad to say, but I had to remove myself because I was that. And now I'm gonna discuss to you Mastermind Alliance. Okay, I read this in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He is an intelligent man. So basically, Mastermind Alliance is a group of men that you can. They're to the way I perceive it is, I'm a king. I have my world and empire I have to take care of, and then these men that are in it, when we meet, it's like
It's like the round table.
We're sitting at the King's Round Table. Like every person that's in it, they bring something to the table. We're all different, and they're my allies, and that's very meaningful for me because each one that I have are so different, but they bring so much a different part that I need for myself, whether it be business, money, be able to talk to about certain things.
Creativeness. There's so many different things.
Yes, and she knows them, and she sees how what they do for me.
Yeah.
And in Napoleon Hill says you should talk to them twice a week and have a group message with them, and we always talk about something positive, something that's gonna
make an impact, help elevate. They're all very different individually, but they all have a very similar mindset and thought process with stuff. They ride that same frequency, so they're able to keep up, but also they complement each individually where one lacks.
And,
just like
and
us.
we all face problems. We all face problems, but we know who we can talk to about certain things to deal with those things. I have different individuals that I can go to, so let me be more detailed on that. I have a friend that's really good with money. His credit's good. He knows advice about what's the word?
Taking care of credit, stocks, and everything.
Business, business, money savvy. So I have that one, and then I have another gentleman. I actually, I respected the shit out of this man. Me dating Lauren, having to deal with a kid that's not mine. I view her as mine, but she's not. And having to deal with the baby daddy, and he broke. Hey man, I was like, man, this is tough. Sometimes I don't know if I can do this. And he just talked to me, and he's a little older than me, and he's a good man, and he helped me in that aspect, to where I have what it takes to be with Lauren. And one
he's
time,
a stepdad too. He understands.
Yeah, he's a stepdad. He's dealt with it already. And there's one time when her and I were going through a tough time. And I wanted to leave. Everything, that darkness, that dog, I was like, I'm gone. I'm gonna leave.
I'm out.
I'm go back. I was used to that, and I called. I'm gonna say his name, Blair. My boy Blair. He's in LA. He's an actor. He does music, and he's doing his thing out there. Okay. And I called him. I was like, bro, Lauren, I told him the problem. I was like, man, I can't do it. I don't trust her, blah, blah. Like, and he said, it's your ego. I was like, fuck, you're right. Yeah. So I've learned to forgive. And it's not like she did anything crazy. It's just that I had to learn that within myself, to handle those problems.
And also, he wasn't one to ever forgive.
No.
So with me, he learned he had to.
Yeah, and
be able to forgive people.
And he helped me out with that. Every single person in my alliance are powerful men. They are men. They aren't out there cheating on their women, posting stupid stuff on social media. They're out there chasing their life purpose individually and going after everything that they want. And that's why you need men like that. And you have to think about it. I tell her, baby, like, you have to have people around you that serve a purpose in your life, because if you don't,
where is it taking you?
You're gonna drift. I admit that, even with doing better physically, mentally, and the biggest issue that I had during this year is I honestly thought I could be with multiple women and that'd be okay. The reason why I thought that is because I'm gonna use a history reference. There's some kings that had multiple women, 8 or 9 wives, and you know they were powerful men. But some more of the readings that I do, their downfall was because they couldn't control that sexual energy, or they had too many women. And some of them, you know, Alexander the Great, his dad was Philip II. When they say that Alexander the Great's mom plotted to kill his dad, and that's how Alexander the Great became the king of the empire. So I mean, there's been some downfalls because of women in the empire. So with that being said, I talked to my right hand, this guy. He's gonna talk at our wedding.
He's gonna be
the
best man, speaker.
He's my right hand.
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, where does a woman lie in a mastermind? And he's like, she should be your biggest ally. And I was like, fuck. I have no more further questions. And if I truly think about it, it's so true. Because if I had to lay my head next to this woman, mm-hmm. if I go throughout my day and I'm flirting with girls at work, or if I'm secretly messaging girls or on social media, or just giving some energy like emoji or something, I'm really not being true to myself, and that means I can't be true to her. What does that say about me? So honestly, I'm gonna say this again: if you are a male and you out there dogging the women you with, you really a bitch. You really are. Like, you're not a man, you're a boy. You really are. If you want to know what true power is, be loyal. See what that is.
And not allow yourself to get distracted.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
And fight temptation. That's a whole nother video I could speak about. But I just wanted to speak about that because if my mastermind alliance is so strong, we all kings, the most truest power that I have is woman. And with that comes perfect harmony, because we are very different. We grow up different. We see things differently. We even do things differently. It was just a simple concept in the kitchen. Like, why did you do it that way? I'm like, it's just
we have ways of doing things differently, but it has the same outcome.
Yeah. So I've learned to accept her for she is, and forgiveness and a whole lot of other stuff. But it's called perfect harmony. The masculine and the feminine, they meet. It's
like a yin and a yang.
Yes.
He's the darkness with a little bit of light. I'm the light with a little bit of darkness, and it fits perfectly.
Yeah, I got a whole lot of darkness too. I'm built off of it.
He is built off darkness, and I'm built off light. But I've seen the little bit of lightness that he does have that he doesn't really show to a lot of people, and then he's brought darkness out of me that I honestly didn't really know existed.
All right, so now I want to tell the people, like, even when I say darkness, I use my darkness for power. Yeah, it's the masculine energy.
Part of his power source.
So to be with me, tell them what perfect harmony is.
So with his darkness, again, it doesn't mean he's a terrible person or anything, but he's so powerful is the word to say it. And whenever he met me, I was very weak. I was somebody who couldn't think for myself. I wouldn't speak up for myself. I let people run all over me, and he, since the beginning, has completely flipped my perspective on things. He's always bringing those new perspectives to the table to make me actually think in a logical way, to where I'm like,
it's not even logical. It's just a way that some people don't even think. Like me, I can observe people and enter a room and point out things. I like, Lauren, did you notice that? Like, no, I didn't notice that. Because I am so in tune with myself that I can read people, their energies, their demeanor, who they truly are.
And I've always been somebody who just automatically goes to the positive, gives people the benefit of doubt. But he's just like, hey, you realize that's not what's actually happening, right? And he'll sit me down and be like, hey, this is how I see it. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah. And
then that's when, in certain situations, I have to be able to put my foot down. I have to be able to speak up for myself. And with him, in the beginning of our relationship, I was still pretty weak, but there's been times through
hella weak.
Very weak.
And I'm gonna be completely honest. I told her before I I completely submitted to her and asked her to be my girlfriend. I said, Lauren, if you are weak, this will not work, and I'm not gonna be with you. And the way I'm looking at the camera is exactly how I said it to her, with power, because it's real. Like I can't have a woman that I ran over because
that's all he did.
I don't want. I can't do that.
He needs somebody who is strong enough to stand up and be like, hey, no.
And then also, don't get me wrong, I've had women that do that, but it's the way they do it.
Yeah.
Because that turned into toxicity.
Yeah.
And so she handles me in the best way.
Definitely learned the right way to handle him during different situations, and I mean, I'm still learning.
And we're just being real and authentic.
Yeah, absolutely.
We fight. We do.
We have arguments. He's the first relationship I've allowed to actually communicate issues with. But in the past, I buried everything, and I was like, you know what? I don't ever want to have an argument. This is my first relationship. I'm 27 years old, where we have disagreements and we sit down and talk about it. Sometimes they don't really get heated, but our emotions come out with it, and we're able to sit down and understand each perspective.
The way we do. The best way I can explain it is, here's a problem. I'm here and she's there. I say how I feel. She says how she feels. We're not against each other. No. We work the problem out.
Yeah.
Because once I start pointing the finger at her and she points the finger, then the problem never gets fixed.
It just gets fueled, and it's yeah. So we've learned how to work through that, and also the way that he's put into perspective for me of being powerful is, we have an empire that we're building. If something happens to him, I have to be able to step in and make sure that it runs as if nothing ever happened. I have to be that strong to be able to carry that entire empire by myself, and same with him. So so that's perfect harmony. Yeah.
You know, we go more in depth, but that's just a little gist of it.
Yeah.
And to wrap this video up, Mastermind Alliance. Everyone should have a Mastermind Alliance.
First off, rethink and grow rich.
Yeah.
You would really benefit from some of it.
Yeah. Basically, you are who you hang with. I mean, I've said it time and time again to people, and I can actually, if someone posts on social media, their group of people, I can tell I can read and tell you what they're all about.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And since talking to him in that book and just learning throughout these different books that we've read, I have shifted the way that I communicate with my friends too. Because making it more meaningful and more impactful conversation.
Yes, it's not like
reminiscing on old school, just I don't know.
Yeah, so
just pointless stuff.
To recap, I've had some grimy motherfuckers that I thought that were real, and they revealed their true self to me. And where I'm at now, I only fuck with kings.
Yeah. Only
kings. Because I need to be around people that elevate me, and every single one of them does. And I elevate my empire. That's my job.
Yeah.
I hold that down, and I have to continue growing daily. In the perfect harmony of us, we're untouchable. Together, power.
Yeah, and it just continues to get stronger.
So I hope you learned something in this video, because it helped me, and I just wanted to share things that could help people.
And it's also going to help you grow individually and also in your future if you do have that Mastermind Alliance. And again, as you said, it's a male group. It doesn't have to just be a male group.
No.
Those boss babes, you can have your own too.
Yeah, queens. You have queens at the table. Shoot, honestly, I don't want to go too deep, but the divine feminine energy is more powerful than the masculine.
Yeah.
But that's another video. So y'all have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
Have a good one.